everyone. So we're going to start today on page 92, and this is chapter 4, and it's on a topic called lead sheet notation. Some of you may already know about this, but I'll just give a brief description if you haven't heard of it. Lead sheet notation is notation where you just have a treble clef and a melody written on it. So you would play that with your right hand, generally speaking. And then above the melody, you'll see chord symbols. And those are the chord symbols that you're actually going to play with your left hand. So if we take a look at the Landler on page 92, you'll see it's in the key of C, and there's a C chord written above the first full measure, and then a G7 in measure 3. So the left hand is going to be playing C and G7. So first I would learn the melody. Find your C chord and your G7, and be sure you're at the point where you can feel these without looking, because you're going to want to spend your energy looking at the right hand when you're sight reading. And then when you're ready, try them together. You can repeat the chord on measures where nothing is written. So that would be the basic way of playing it, and of course it's up to you. Since the left hand's not notated, you can do any rhythm that you like. So that would be another way you can make up what rhythm you want, as long as it's in 3/4, the piece is written in 3/4, and you can decide how often you want to play that chord. So there's another example on the next page called Czardas. It's a Hungarian little folk song called Czardas, and we have a new tempo marking, vivace, which means lively, and it's a little bit faster than allegro, and this is in D major. So again, you'd want to learn the melody. Find your chords D and A7 and then put them together. So again, you can change your left hand. Change articulation in the right. This is time for you to be a little more creative. You might also want to go to minor, so try putting this in minor, and you would play D minor and then the same A7 that you did for D major. So you can also go back and try Landler in C minor. Any of these can be transposed to the parallel major or minor. Now I'm moving on to page 94, and we have treble scale waltz and a bass scale waltz. So this is your first step at incorporating some scale fingering into a little piece of music, and then also using the C and G7 chords. So treble scale waltz, your melody. Okay, now watch the fingering. Thumb goes under, 2, 3, crescendo there, and then now I'm going to get softer, cross the 3 over. So we have a new sign, crescendo and diminuendo. Crescendo means to get louder gradually, is the operative word, gradually. And then diminuendo, gradually softer. So when we put that together, we start soft, and then a little louder, and keep it loud, and just gradually softer. The problem most beginners have with a crescendo diminuendo is the minute they see the sign, they immediately get louder or immediately get softer. And you want to learn to gauge it and make it gradual. Now the bass scale waltz is a left-hand melody, so this may be a little bit more challenging. Let's try the left hand. It's in a C position. Crossover. 1, 2, 3. And then thumb under on the G. Same dynamic scheme. We're getting gradually louder and then gradually softer. Right hand, we're not going to do the full chord. I'm just doing a partial chord, the upper 2 notes, and then the F and the G, and that would be like a G7. So that makes it slightly simpler. And gradually louder. Watch the fingering, loud, a little softer, and down to piano. Okay, and then last is Chumbara, and that's another lead sheet in C major, and it has a first and second ending, so watch out for that. You're gonna, when you see the dots after the first ending, you go back to the beginning and repeat, and then take the second ending. You never repeat the first ending. This one also has some ties. So let's take a look at the melody. One of the challenging things is in the first ending, the melody goes up an entire octave. So we're starting to get used to these octave reaches. You might want to look at the first ending. So just get ready for that octave leap. So now pull your hand back into a C 5-finger pattern, and let's try the melody. Make sure you're counting the ties. 1 and 2 and tie. And 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Here comes the octave, stretch, and scale fingering. 3, 2, back to the beginning. I'm just going to go ahead and add the chords. Maybe a chord on the tie. Now go directly to second ending, and it's just the octave and off. So you can choose to just play downbeats in your left hand. A little simpler, but when you're comfortable, it's fun to add something to move the rhythm forward during the tie. Left, both, left, left. So these are all ways on this page to incorporate a scale, the scale fingering that you're learning within a piece of music, and it's extremely common, so you do want to get used to doing this. And I believe that is it for chapter 4.